You know, if I'm ever missing my kitties, I can just pull my phone out and look at my kitties. Hey bike farmers, thanks for clicking in. Today we've got my custom built Ellis Drumlin branded road bike. Now, this is my newest bike. I built it up this summer. This whole project started from a tube set I bought years ago. It was, I think, one of the last remaining True Temper S3 tube sets available. I believe the True Temper S3 tube set was developed with Waterford in Waterford, Wisconsin. Very thin walls, special shape, like this is a kind of a teardrop shaped top tube. And the down tubes are tall and skinny in the front and then short and wide in the bottom bracket. So it's, what do they say? Vertically compliant, but laterally stiff. It's the same type of tubing that I used on my custom Waterford Brevet bike. You can see that video too. That bike is TIG welded. This one was fillet brazed by hand by Dave Wages at Ellis Cycles in Franklin, Wisconsin. Now Dave got his start working for Strada out west and then moved out here where he worked at Waterford for a few years before going off on his own and starting Ellis Cycles. Now if you haven't checked him out, go to elliscycles.com and check out some of his bikes. They're absolutely gorgeous. He's a very bright frame builder. He really gets it. He understands bikes. He's a true craftsman in every sense. I couldn't be happier with how this bike turned out. I don't know if you know anything about fillet brazing, but it's unbelievable the amount of work that goes into making this that smooth. It was painted by Adam at NYF Paint in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. The builder was local, the painter was local, the builder was local. The main purpose of this video is I got new bags for this bike from Outer Shell. They just came in the mail the other day, and I thought I'd give you a closer look at all the cool little details on this bike before I cover it up with a bunch of luggage. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the tour. So let's talk about the 900-pound gorilla in the room. Bar end shifters, but it's friction and it's 11 speed. And it works amazingly well. If you do friction shifting with 5 or 6 gears in the back, you're always in between gears. But if you got 11 of them, it's pretty hard to miss. I'm telling you, it works surprisingly well. Low gear, high gear. Low gear, middle gear, high gear. It's just buttery smooth. Don't knock it till you try it. So these are the Rivendell Silver 2 shifters, and I believe Rivendell has the patents and the tooling from the original Sun Tour power ratchet shifters. Really ergonomic, great haptics, amazing feel. Not to mention, they are absolutely beautiful. Just a pleasure to use. So the rear derailleur is a 9-speed Dura Ace 7700 GS. The GS is the medium length cage. Allows me to have a bigger big cog for lower gearing. Nobody believes me when I say it, but Western Wisconsin has the best road biking on the planet. It does get very steep. We have 15% grades quite often out there. I don't like to work hard on bicycles, so I put super low gearing on all my bikes. To accomplish this 34 tooth rear cog, I use the Wolf Tooth Road Link and the mid cage derailleur. Now the thing with doing 11 speed friction is you have to use Shimano 9-speed stuff. 10 speed doesn't work, 11 speed doesn't work. The 9-speed stuff does work with the 11-speed chain, cassette, and the power ratchet shifters. Russell over at Pathless Pedals did design a friction bar end shifter that does 12-speed friction with any derailleur. It's the most versatile shift lever out there. I found this derailleur on eBay. It had some scuffs. I cleaned it up. Now it's looking brand new. My mantra with this build was classic, classic, classic. So I ordered some housing from Simworks, and it has this really old feel to it. I just think it's gorgeous. Here I am just picking random gears. It's a 28-hole Velocity Race hub, Supreme CX Ray spokes. I had Velocity build the wheels. They're better at it than me. I can build a perfectly good wheel, but they're like literally wheel experts, so I just buy them pre-built. Velocity Quill rims. Rene Hurst Stampede Pass 700C by 32 millimeter extra light tires. I love these tires. I run them at about 45 PSI. This bike is smooth as silk. Friction shifting, steel frame, super supple, extra light tires. This thing floats like no other bike I've ever ridden. 30-tooth granny gear with that 34-tooth rear cog. Super low gearing. Lowest gearing you'll ever find on a road bike. And then I'm kind of done going top speed down big hills. So the 4611 high gear is plenty for me. It's plenty for anyone, frankly. Okay, and controlling how the chain interacts with that crankset is a matching Dura-Ace 7700 front derailleur. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is the most beautiful piece of bicycle componentry ever created. Everything led up to this point where it peaked, and then everything else since has been worse. This is it, folks. It's right here. You are looking at it. It's beautiful. I haven't dropped a chain on this bike yet. Okay, now I can never go for a bike ride again. Why did I say it out loud? Let's follow this down tube up past the Velo Orange bottle cages, past my Drumlin logo. So Drumlin is my brand. Dave was nice enough to allow me to put my bike brand name on it. And just past the logo is all this stuff. So this is a rim dynamo, Velogical. It's a German brand, and it's just this little, I don't know, wire spring back here. So it holds it off the rim 99.5% of your life, and then if you need the light, you can just put that on. And it's got a little bit of drag to it, it's got a little bit of noise, but that powers the front light. Front light is the Bush & Muller IQX. I got it primarily because I think it looks cool and it's got a great bracket. Dave brazed on a few wire guides for me so we can keep this nice and clean and sturdy and really don't have a whole lot to worry about there. Caliper brakes. I know everybody's like, why not disc brakes? Why would you have disc brakes on a road bike? Okay, I have been on mountain descents wishing I had disc brakes. Fair enough. People rode caliper brakes for decades. It was fine. These are the nicest polished alloy silver caliper brakes I could find. These are the Tektro TRP RG957s. And actually, Dave had them. When we first started talking about the bike, he said, I've got some super fancy caliper brakes that'll go around your big fat road tires. They're shiny silver. So basically, we built the whole bike around these brake calipers. Controlling the brakes, I've got these drilled out Tektro TRP road brake levers. Closer look at the cockpit reveals the White Industries headset, Thompson stem, quad lock phone holder. I think I'm gonna switch that out. This will probably go and I'll mount something on the stem. I think it's gonna look way cleaner once I get the bags on. It just makes a whole lot more sense to go GPS and get that phone holder out of there. But those quad lock phone holders are great. There's a nice shiny look at one of the fillets. Yeah, if you just look in here, this transition, the way the tubes transition right through this fillet, this is all melted metal that was carved down. I mean, it's just so much craftsmanship. It's so pretty. I think they call that fastback seat stays. Again, with the fillets. Come on, Dave, you're killing me here. That beautiful lug. That lugged seat cluster just reinforces one of the points of the bicycle that's under a lot of pressure. Thompson setback seat post. Selle Anatomica X2 Oxblood is the color. It's totally my fault. I wish I could take it back, but it's kind of in Waterford fashion to have braze-ons on your bike for things like racks and whatever. I really wanted to set this up so I could have two lights back here, but I can't have a light over here because I forgot about the brake cable for the caliper brakes. I like to have two lights just in case. I think a red blinky light's pretty important. But this is what I have. Still looks pretty cool. Looks deliberate, which I like, but it'll be the one thing I took back on this bike. I can't believe I just glossed over this, but yeah, these are stainless steel dropouts, custom made for Ellis cycles. Dave designed them. Since they're stainless, they doesn't really need paint. And so we didn't paint the inside of them. We left them bare metal. I mean, this whole area here, I just think is beautiful. I should probably freeze frame this right here and use it for the wallpaper on every single device in my household. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Look at how cool the art is on this packaging from Outer Shell, where I got my bags. Really cool packaging, but oh, damaged in shipping. Maybe I should just order a bag from them, have them send it. It's really cool. Anyway, these are the bags. Medium-sized handlebar bag with drawstring, kind of a rando thing. It's got some easy pockets just for some quick access stuff. Lightweight, very well built, handmade. This is a nice medium saddle bag. Out here in Wisconsin, our shoulder seasons are very long. It's great, it's like my favorite time to ride because it's not super hot out, right? But you start in the morning and you layer up, and then by 10 o'clock, sun comes out, all the extra layers get shed throughout the day and you can just cram them in here. But when you're not doing that, this bag rolls up nice and small and can just live on the back of the bike. Very sensible, very practical for the type of use that this bike gets. I always like these half frame bags. Now what I think I'll do is there's a little pocket right here. That's where my phone will go. When I'm riding, I can just reach down, pull my phone out, take photos, grab some quick video. This is a good place to just cram all your snacks and whatever. Yeah, I mean, definitely this bike would be a great credit card tourer. You know, if you're not bringing camping gear with you, this is pretty much all you need. I could go for days on this thing just with some basic clothing and stopping at friends' houses or hotels along the way. I'm really excited to be taking this bike out on some adventures next year, hopefully getting some video of it, share those adventures with you. Let's start things off with the front bag. It's got this little loopy-loopy thingy here. I don't think I'm gonna need it. It's nice to have this elastic thing to, you know, to grab onto the head tube or your cables or something up front. I just don't think I'm gonna need it. It's just got a couple of straps to hold it onto the handlebars. I got them as wide as it'll go, and that's primarily to get around my phone mount, so this might change. But also, if you have the strap far wide as possible, it keeps things from flopping around so much. It does have some D-rings on the side here if you want to turn it into a purse of sorts, and it's pretty easy to get on and off. This would probably be the bag that I would take to the picnic table, just with all my goodies, and you know, that's the bag that'll hold it all. And moving along to the frame bag, cut the tag off of it. Now I measured my bike before I ordered it. I believe this is a large. Wow, that's some strong Velcro. Ugh. I always cut these straps as long as possible, but not having extra, just in case I want to put these on a different bike. That's where my phone goes, right? When you're riding, boom, boom, there's Gregor. Let's put Gregor in the pocket. You know, if I'm ever missing my kitties, I can just pull my phone out and look at my kitties. So we'll do the saddlebag now. You know, these straps really confuse a lot of people. This just goes around the seat post. So straps go up inside like that. See how that works? Like that. It's got a nice quick release here. And you can tighten that however you need it. So that's fully extended. And that's rolled up. So I'll probably keep my flat fix kit and everything in there. You know, I think the phone mount's stupid, so I'm taking it off. That's got a much cleaner look to it. Yeah, I like that. Very nice little overview here. I guess I kind of glossed over the handlebars. They're like a Velo Orange Randonneur bar. Short and shallow, ergo, very comfortable. Look at that, fork crown. Beautiful. Really simple. Again, maybe fender someday. There's the custom mount for the rim dynamo. I see myself riding some 300 and 400 Ks on this. I'll be riding at night. What a beautiful bike. Well, that was fun. Now I gotta schedule a trip. This thing just begs for all day on a bike. It's not a whole lot different than my custom Waterford. The Waterford's a little extra for daily use. This bike is a little simpler. This is the bike I use for club rides, or if I'm just gonna go spin around the lake quick or something like that, I just grab this one. It's nice and easy. I think the fact that I'm a mechanic first and a cyclist second, there's something special for me about actually operating the machine that I'm riding. When I'm riding this bike, I feel really in tune with the machine, but at the same time, with these tires and this frame, and it planes perfectly for me, it just sort of disappears from underneath me. I've really gotten used to the bar end shifters. I don't even think about it now. I kind of like the just going by feel. Your right hand puts you in the right gear. I don't know how to explain it, but when you've got clicky shifts where the shifters always end up in the same place, I don't really ever know where I am on the cassette. I honestly think that with index shifting, I spend more time hunting for gears than I do on this bike with the friction shifting. I think I just have a mechanical mind, and the actual experience of operating the machine has a lot of value to me. I just simply love this bike. Can't say enough good things about it. Thank you so much for sticking with this video this far. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you learned a little something. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm getting my Patreon started. My whole goal with the Patreon is to give you a little bit more access to me. That's where you can go ask your questions, get answers, read other people's questions and answers, and get a little bit of behind the scenes look at what bike farming is, some of the weird projects I have going on. I'll be posting stuff over there on Patreon. So if you don't want to become a Patreon member but want to support the channel, you've always got the super thanks. I love super thanks. That's the little heart with the $sign in the middle of it. Send me some taco money. I love it. Otherwise, it's absolutely free to click the like button, the subscribe button, and don't forget the notification bell so you and your bike can stay tuned.